Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Here we've got a pair of running backs who are hoping their number will be called plenty in today's game. It's Jordan Howard's Marshalls going up against Ingram Saints.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Antonio Marshalls and the New Orleans Saints. first carry now for Jordan Howard. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They go with Howard again. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That burst good for 20 and a first down. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Now the first carry for Matt Jones. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Just beating the play clock is Newton. And this one complete right side to Funchess. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
We're still in search of the first down after that last completion. Time running out here on the play clock. On 3rd down, this is Howard. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Right there at the 43. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. They'll get 23 yards there, and it'll give them the first down. And he motions the wide receiver. first down, they run with Howard. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. Again, it's Howard. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, Smith. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And he pushed it. Pushed it from short distance, wide right. No good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. Ingram again. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
On 3rd and 2, Kessler looks to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They go play action here on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Down, Kessler. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Trey Burton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This is Howard on second down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Newton. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. In motion left is Funchess. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
One of the beauties of a 3-4 defense is that you have flexibility with your linebackers, and you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team that's committed to running the football, you can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and that usually gives you an advantage in running it.
Here's Newton now on second down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Brian Arakpo in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, here's Newton. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. From the gun, it's Kessler. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They run with Howard, and he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Take this one down near the 15. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Newton now to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the 4, it's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Howard. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game, as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Broken tackle. Oh, he breaks another. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The 3rd quarter starts with a run by Peterson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down.
Here we go now.
They go play action. Kessler. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They stare up now at a 3rd and long. Kessler and company needing something big after the sack. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Off the play fake. Kessler. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
Play clock winding down. Newton on first down. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Running with Howard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On the handoff, this is Howard. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now Newton on first down. And Kelvin Benjamin's got it. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. A give to Howard. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now he'll escape to his left. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Here we go. 3-19.
After the interception, here's Kessler. Looking deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to the air on second down. It's Kessler. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go. Over.
From the shotgun, Kessler. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. It's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Peterson. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12.
Now let's go. Detroit.
They fake the handoff. Now Kessler. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. Oh, and now some space to operate. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. No.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Kobe Fleener, the tight end, his intended target, and that'll make it third down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Throwing is Kessler on third down. eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Red zone opportunity. First down, here's a run with Peterson. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On second down, Peterson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adrian Peterson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints add on to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down following the run. Off play action. Newton. And caught left side. Olsen. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On first down, it's Newton. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He finds some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Paul Posluszny from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Play action, it's Newton. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You know, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On the toss play, Howard. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like the call. Inside the red zone running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
The tight end, Olsen, in motion. On 2nd down, here's Newton. And this is incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line. And they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
20.
To throw is Newton. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Halfback sent in motion. Back to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Oh, Kessler looks to throw it. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Detroit! No, check. Patriot! Good! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Check 4.
The play clock getting low, so Sean Payton says, let's take a timeout. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second down and 4. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Now here's whistles and another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Kessler. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful. And
now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And here now the offense heading back out there. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's Peterson. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protect.